Hello and welcome to Blyss University. Today we're going to be going over how to create a bid. So let's go over to the left-hand column and let's select bids. And from here you can see there's already a couple bids in this account. I've been playing around with it for a little while now. So this is where all of your bids will be, and there's a couple different settings. So you can see your open bids, you can see your accepted bids, your pending bids, declined bids, canceled bids. So this particular account has a lot of open bids and it has a lot of canceled bids, and there's only one customer in this account, so you only see one name going down this column. However, this is where all of your customers' bids will be, so if you have multiple bids out with multiple customers, they're all going to be intermixed here. But you can sort by name, you can sort by title, you can sort by bid number, any way that's easier for you to organize this information. So for now, we're just going to go ahead and hit this plus sign here. So you can either select an existing customer or you can create a new bid recipient. For this example, we're going to select an existing customer. And because there's only one customer on this account, select Michelle Miller and select her address and select create bid. And so here you can see that we automatically pull up the Google Maps version of her property, and you can use this tool at the top to get a gist of how big the property is before you're even there, so you make sure that you have the tools that you need. And you can select different surface areas to kind of calculate square footage if you want. So I'm going to select turf, and then I'm going to select this triangle tool here, and I can actually go through this property and trace out all of the turf that I see, and it's a pretty big property, so I'm just going to do part of it because this is just a demo. And in order for me to get that square footage, I have to click on the same dot that I started on. And you can see right here, it shows me that that's 10,000 square feet. And so if I don't like that shape, I can actually select this hand and edit my shape. Or I can delete the shape. I can also do this with multiple surface areas. So if this is a job that requires some landscaping, I can actually say, okay, they want a new garden right here. It's going to require some mulch. They're also asking me to put an additional sidewalk here. I'm just kind of making this up as I go along, but just so you guys understand how the tool works. And I'll tell you the surface groups for each of these. So let's go ahead and scroll down and go to the part where we're actually creating the bid itself. So the bid title can be anything that you want. So I'm just going to call this test bid, and I'm going to save. And you see that we automatically populate your company information and the bid recipient's information. And if I would like, I can actually allow a customer to prepay on a bid. This account does not have direct deposit information set up, so I can't select this checkbox. But if you have your direct deposit information included, you can select that checkbox, and your customers can pay for the bid before the job even starts. And there's also a few actions here. If you are creating a bid that has already been accepted, you can mark it as accepted. You can also mark it as declined if you're entering in old data. And you also can download your PDF, but we'll get to that here in just a second. So let's go ahead and add an item, and we're just going to put test 1, and then we're going to enter a random price. And notice that the default sales tax is here. That comes from the default sales tax you have set up on the customized invoicing tab, and you can change that if you want, if this doesn't need to be taxed. And you can see that you have your test product, you have the price and the quantity, and I can actually go in and edit this. Say I need to add a description. This is a test, save, and you can see that there's a description that pops in below it. And you can also choose to delete the aligned item if you want, and you can add as many of these as you need to make sure that your bid is done in detail. Then all you need to do is select a date. So let's just say this job is going to start on a week from now. You have your internal notes that may say, this is a large property. And then you have your notes that your customer can see, and that might just say thanks. You can choose to add photos to your bid if you would like. But after that, it's pretty simple. You just hit send. And we're gonna go ahead and send this because this is actually connected to my email, so I can show you guys what it's gonna look like for the customer. So you can see I just got a text message, and we're going to click on the link, and this is what the customer will see. They see your bid number, they see the amount due, and then you can click on view bid details. And it tells you a breakdown of what's included. And I'm actually going to back out of this screen and go back to my bid screen. And you can see right here on our bid screen, this is the one that we just created, and that status is pending. I know this one we just created because the amount is 55, it's bid number 11, and the title is test bid. So once the customer selects accept bid, you actually see that this has gone over to accepted bid category. And if you are not, and this also was automatically converted into a job. So now let's go into the jobs and let's look at a list view. And you can see that right here in our open job section, ignore this one, it's ordered by date, and this is actually in a later date, but you have the bid that we just created, which is this test bid. You can see the address, the amount, and then I have a few other actions here, but we're gonna go over that in a different video. But this shows you kind of how bids are managed, how your customers can see your bids, what they're seeing, and all the different options that you have when creating a bid. There's one more thing I actually do want to show you. So let's go into the accepted bids and click on the bid number to open all of this back up. And I want to show you the PDF. So we're going to go ahead and download the PDF. Pop it open, and you can see that this is exactly what your customer sees. So this actually can be customized to match your own brand, and all of this is just test information, but just to show you, to customize that farther, you just need to go back to your web portal or in your app, and you just need to find this company profile, and you can choose your colors and your logos that you want to appear on this bid so that it reflects your brand, not Blyss's brand. And I think that's about it for web. And I'll show you how this works on mobile as well. So down at the bottom, you see a little a tab that says bids. Go ahead and select it. And you can see all of these open bids, and you have these statuses here as well. So here in the accepted bid, we can click on it, and this is just the bid that we just created. So you have the same options on your mobile app that you do on web, where you can choose, you can click this button to send the bid, or you can preview. If you need to change anything on the bid, you can just actually tap it. You can change your name, you can change the date, you can change the price. All of this can be, everything that you do on the web can also be done on mobile. And if you need to actually create a bid from mobile, you're just going to hit the plus sign in the top right hand corner and select the customer, enter in all the information that we just, like similar to what we did on the web, where you enter the name, the date, when you can add an item, and a little box will pop up and shows you how to enter in all that information. And then save and preview, or send bid. All that's pretty straightforward. And I think that's about it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out. It's hello@getblyss.com. Thank you.